Fabulous.
Locked in.
Oh yeah, Another week, A lot of more GBPs to optimize. And JP, you had some news, right?
I do. So, if you guys recall, I think it was our first episode where we had an inquiry come in for a dentist in Australia. I happened to just check to see where they're at, and they're averaging between 2 and 3 position, where before they were like in like 10 and 12 positions. So, if you guys haven't submitted your request for us to roast your GMB, it's going to be, advantageous for you to submit those. So I try to say if, maybe they just listen to our advice, or it could be some things that maybe our audiences did.
No, right, Keith. We actually had remember that one doctor you like researched, the natural medicine doctor, also was a case study for us where we just said, hey. Look, it's ranking #1 now, and we just talked about it and helped them get that engagement going on.
Little CTR searching, right?
There you go.
Upcoming, we're going to be roasting a used car dealer. So if you're in the automotive industry, some good stuff to see how you can compete with CarMax. So that's going to be exciting. And then Mr. Lambo is going to take you into the wonderful world of pricing and numbers, and how does that influence the consumers, how they think.
All right, let's get going, guys.
Hey, GBP roast, GBP roast. Sorry, you in danger. Right now, I gotta flame you. This is GBP roast, GBP roast. On your Google business profile, it's about to go down. We roasting and reacting. We ain't come to play. 20 years in SEO. JP, Lambo, and Dre, bringing facts and guests. Oh yeah, we bring the dopeness. Welcome to the show. Hope your profile don't get roasted.
All right, guys. We got one question submitted in today, which is, what can you do with a negative review meant for another business?
Respond. I think you got the wrong guys down the street. A couple blocks down the road, I think you'll want to go talk to them.
I think what I like to tell people is just pretend you're talking to Judge Judy, right? Just speak the truth, stay on topic, and don't get emotional, right? Don't go, what the hell is this? And this guy doesn't work. We don't know. No. Just say, our records indicate that we don't have you on file. And then also you might even do a little extra, consumer boost, such as, here's Rick, our owner. Here's my cell phone number. Please call me. Like, we'd like to really get to the bottom of this. We really would like to help you and help you solve it, right? Because we all know that it's the reply that really is out there for the other consumers, the people that haven't purchased yet, the people that are looking at your reviews. So if that's the way you treat a customer, then that's how I want to, of course, feel good about doing business with you.
Love it. Great answer. And I believe that is one of the things that we'll see later on as well. So let's get into our reactions.
You need to get online mentions. Specifically, if you can get listed on best of list, that's a great way to get into these generative AI results. So in the new paradigm, you need to stop thinking about ranking for specific keywords, and you need to start thinking about how you can be topically relevant and a prominent brand.
What are your thoughts on generative AI? Like, get ranking for that. I mean, he mentioned top lists.
Well, Dre, that's part of my tech talk today.
Okay, love it. I did not know that. This is a surprise. Reaction. So,
Keith, always be topically relevant, right?
I mean, relevancy is keyword. So
yeah, but this is the other reality. There are guys, on maybe not these guys, but I will keyword stuff, put things in the title and the H1 and the H2, just to at least say, hey, Google, I'm relevant. And then after the crawl, after some links, after traffic, then Google says, hey, you know what? You're satisfying people. You're on topic, and we like this. And they keep coming back for more.
You mentioned keyword stuffing. I feel it has a negative connotation to it, but you're not really stuffing keywords. You're just mentioning it like once. time, or are you?
Maybe 10 extra times.
What?
Do not, anyone out there, do not look at any of my websites on the H1. Okay, do not. Just don't do it, because the stuffing is like, and the Oreo mega size filling of the cookie. Okay.
I'm curious. How can you like tell me a stuffed H1? How does that look like? What's I mean, I'm trying to think myself.
Well,
Like,
you're gonna take the cookie and then you're gonna stuff it, and you're gonna stuff it like it's gonna go off the screen, right?
It's like a triple stack.
You may remember when I was on your SEO video show 6 weeks ago. I showed you how I stuff an H1, and I hide it.
oh yes.
So the human doesn't see it, Google does, and that's one way to stuff the Oreo.
Got it. That's more of a tactic there. So, like, yeah, I see what you're doing, but it's like it doesn't look ugly or anything like that. Because I feel like when people say cute
You
stuffing,
can't see it.
It's
Ha
for Google
ha
bot.
ha ha.
Yeah, it's for Google bot. The average user's not going to say, I wonder what their source code looks like.
yeah, got it. All right, great tip right there, guys. Let's go on to the next one.
Here's the deal. This demotion is happening on a page level, meaning the page that you link your Google business profile to can either make or break your organic rankings.
For years, we've always said that you should always link your Google business profile to the page that ranks the best organically. Well, not anymore.
Well, what's the
We've
page that
tested
ranks
this
the
on
best?
a lot of different clients, and the results were crazy. When we linked the Google business profile to the page that ranked highest organically, their organic ranking tanked.
But when we switched it back, the organic rankings came right back. What?
So here's what you need to do. If you've noticed that your organic rankings have dropped recently, don't panic. Instead, go back and check to see what page your Google business profile is linking to. If you find that it is the exact same page as the one that's having the organic decline, try switching your Google business profile to link to a different page that is still relevant.
So, first, I want to like say something here. First, I've never heard of that before. Linking to your highest ranking page. I mean,
Well,
was that
that's like
thing
it's
or?
not even really defined by them. Like the most popular, the highest traffic, the highest organic. I mean, I think naturally, what would the average small business owner say? Well, you're talking about my homepage, aren't you? Right?
Yep,
So
yep.
There was a test that I did probably back in like 2015. I was kind of testing to see what overall domain authority, page authority would look like for ranking a GMB and how much of an impact it has. And I did it a couple of different ways. For a realtor, we stuck their Zillow profile as their website, and then another one we'd use the Yellow Pages profile, and even the Yelp profile. And rankings went through the roof. So there is some truth to some of that, but it's not something that is going to be workable today. Because your Google business, it's really giving you an opportunity to put as much information as you can about what you do, where your service area is. Think of your Google business URL that you're using, as the main landing page for you to really validate your Google business, everything that you offer.
Right.
So, and that's not always going to be your highest ranking page, but the way that Keith and I teach it, it's very possible, very easily can be that. And I'm going to show an example today as well of a local brand and why building, branding is so important, especially with AI as well. So.
Yeah, the typical approach is, let's say you want to rank San Diego, therefore you should make a page about San Diego, but be sure to include the services that you actually provide exactly in the San Diego market. Google crawls that page, totally connects it, says, oh, I see your service, I see your images, I see your links, I see everything. Boom, you got it.
And I would be really careful on switching out URLs like that and just trying to test things, because sometimes it could trigger a suspension. You just never know. Like, once you kind of have your URL built already, then you want to leave that as is.
Got it. So yeah, I was from one of your tips that I was thinking like how I would do it, and what I usually go to the homepage as well, but creating those geo hub pages, creating a geo hub page, right, and just linking to that. having a geo page.
Yep.
And so we want to make sure we get that going. We got a comment in the audience saying JP's mic has got a lot of noises. Do we have a lot? You got a fan going on? Oh, now we can't hear you. So I'd rather have the noises
There
back
we
on.
go.
There we go. There we go. There we go. All right. All right. So I only had 2 reaction videos for today. So let's go straight into our next segment of the show, which is JP's Tech Tag.
Yeah, we're going to play some GMBs right now. That's how we do it.
Text Tag Talk.
All right. Let me go ahead and share my screen here. You guys all see my screen?
Why are you different? What sets you apart?
So today's topic, we're going to be going over making your brand unique, especially since AI is here. As you watched in one of those previous videos, you want to make sure that you're very unique. These are questions that you should be answering. Why are you different? What sets you apart? If you provide locksmith services, by just saying we're a professional locksmith or we're the best locksmith does not set you apart. Hopefully every locksmith in your area is providing professional services, so that's not something that you should be putting into your verbiage. Now that AI is here, kind of similar to what Darren talked about in that reaction video, being unique and being everywhere, something that I call brand gossip is going to be extremely important. And kind of the way things are moving right now, I'm going to share my next slide here. Google has this thing called Search Labs. It's kind of where they test different AI components within search. I believe that this is going to be a very promising thing moving forward. Back in the days before we all had smartphones, we had something called 411, which is actually how I got into Google Maps. People used to use their cell phone to look for a local plumber. They dial 411, and the operator would give them about 3 results. Google also had their own Google 411 as well. Basically what it would do, you could dial Google, I think it was GOOG 411, and the results that you would get would actually be from Google Maps, and it would give you very similar things. It would actually give you 3 results that's pulling in from Google Maps. This was kind of interesting because what this is doing is it's tying directly into your Gmail profile, and they're actually automatically connecting a call with you. So if you were to pick a certain service company, let's say an airline, and I need to call Alaska Airlines, this is all completely tied into you. So you can just literally click on request call, and what it does is Google calls out to Alaska Airlines and connects the call directly with your cell phone. This is why branding and being unique is going to be extremely important, and reasons why you have to set yourself apart from all of your competition. Getting your brand getting talked about on multiple review sites, multiple forums, social media, everywhere, because Google is pulling a lot of this information. And eventually, I think that this is going to be a permanent thing where actually, because of AI, all we need to do is say, hey, Google, get me 3 results for plumbers that have the best star ratings. Or it could be something where Google kind of knows how you already search or how you shop. And, if you say, hey, I need to find Nike shoes close by, it could give you, maybe 1 result that's pulling from Google Maps. So being prominent, being everywhere is going to be extremely important just moving forward. It's one of the things that Google even looks for with their organic results and part of their algorithm. Google looks for unique content and being a unique brand, within their search algorithm. There's a lot of great documentation here that kind of talks about, what Google is really looking for. They have an entire section that's really talking about having unique content. Or they have an entire algorithm that's called original content systems, which is basically, you need to write in a way that I believe Keith showed maybe a week ago or 2 weeks ago, getting a messaging across that's, really about your brand and what sets you apart from everybody else. part of that ranking system that Joy was talking about, it's called the site diversity system. And basically what that means is they don't want to have, multiple URLs ranking for the same queries. Now, there are ways that you can get around that, which we do teach in our course, to kind of help you build that, what we call that GeoHub, and you do end up getting some multiple results showing. This is an example I show often because this is a pretty prominent brand in my area. It's called Bumax Locksmith. They've been around for a long time. They're like a 3-generation locksmith company. And if we actually just look for a locksmith Walnut Creek, they're showing up #1 on maps. They're showing up #1 organically. And they even have a contact page that's also ranking as well. So they're ranking their homepage and their contact page. One thing I thought was pretty interesting is they actually used for their appointment link. Their appointment link actually goes directly to that contact page. So that would be maybe kind of a little trick to kind of help you get some more relevancy and boost by using that as your forum page. And then they have some other great branding here. They have a chamber link here that is pretty strong. So again, it's really the way that I see moving forward is, you're going to really have to get into building a strong brand that makes it unique, sets you apart from everything else. And that's all I got for today.
Nice.
Love it.
Yeah, it's like kind of like an extension of maybe extra personalization, right? For that consumer of how they think and trying to anticipate, what's going to best satisfy me as I'm searching and thinking and interacting with the AI.
Yep.
Love it. Love it. Okay, let's go on to our next segment we have here.
La 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 la, la 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 la, Lambo's World. La 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 la, la 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 la, Lambo's World. Lambo likes conversions and SEO too. That's Lambo's World. Today we're going to be talking about in the fun world of numbers and pricing. And like what? Are you serious? Yes, serious. Let's pull up for some reason I am missing. Oh, no, I think we got it. There we go. Lambo's World. We good here, kids? You got this? You got numbers?
Yep. I can see it.
One peanut butter sandwich. There's weird things that happen how we humans perceive numbers, right? And even McDonald's had messed around with this. I think this was maybe 2 or 3 years ago. On their menu, they dropped the dollar symbol when they put the price. You're like, what? No way, right? Look at $10.69, $10.89. Get the McCrispy. You want it spicy? You want deluxe? You want spicy deluxe? How do you want this chicken delivered? What they really have found is, as soon as you put, the product you want, I want the McCrispy original, and then as soon as the human would see a dollar symbol, it sort of has a negative connotation, like, oh, right? I gotta price that. Do they still have their dollar menu to the $2 menu? I don't know in these crazy inflation times. There is this illusion of a deal too when you're using pricing, right? You see it like with numbers that end in 7 or numbers that end in 9. This is also known as that left digit effect, because we, as a shopper, you'll look very closely at the first number that's left of the decimal. So if I said, hey, I got a McChicken for $10.89, I don't tell, Jordan, I spent $10.89 for my McChicken. I tell them I just spent $10 because that's what I'm really focused on, is just that initial digit. So there is that perception that $9.99, even though logically it's 1 penny difference, we just think, no, it's 9. It's less. It's less money. And that is how marketers get the conversion. And of course, this has been around forever as a long time strategy, right? So consumers are really ingrained to see this. Now, Nick Kalenda had come up with this term called the convergent processing. I know in Lambo's world, like, that's a big old fucking word, for Lambo, but bear with me. Here we go. What we're talking about is how when the perception, when you see pricing or a symbol or a graphic, it's perceived as one unit, one thing, okay? So you see this a lot live out there in the world. It's only $79.99. The word only is making you imply it's lower, right? Just 4 easy payments of $27. Using the just, I'm again insinuating lower, better value. You can just flat out say it. Low price of $9, small fee. That certainly sounds better than a $5 cost, right? It's reduced down to. Oh, but these crazy semantics can get even a little bit wilder. You can also look at things how people, how we humans are related to natural things and just things in the world from, let's say, like a stoplight. Green, go, yellow, caution, red, stop, right? 1, 2, 3 type steps. You see this lots of times in the pricing world. You get the starter, you get the basic, you get the essential. You immediately think, oh, the starter is the cheapest. And just by saying that, bam, your price goes down. However, you want to increase the conversion, you can do something where you have bronze, silver, gold. Guess what? More people may want the luxury, they want the best, right? You didn't say good, better, best. You said bronze, silver, gold, and you get more conversions on the gold. Now, here's a test for you guys, okay? You ready? Are you guys ready? Which one is bigger? Doody, 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 doo, doo. They're at the trick question, right? You're like, you son of a bitch, come on.
They're all the same, but
Right.
the first one's bigger.
So you look at something like this, you got to get Lambo's handy dandy pen. You're like, they're the same, right? However, what's going on here? Because this digit is smaller, right? It's dropped the decimal. It's perceived to be smaller, and even the 10K. And if I used a larger K, like all cap, that would make it, stronger or more bold, more firm. So for example, if you wanted to say like the used car dealer, hey, it was, right? It was 10,000, the big number, then you could say reduced down to $9,999. Tricky, I know, but that's the crazy world with pricing, right?
Yep.
Then it gets even weirder. You can put sale prices in red to increase conversions, even ugly fonts. You're like, what? An ugly font? That's because the human has to really carefully pay attention and read it, and they're like, oh, that's a pretty good deal. Small fonts typically do mean good deal. What do you think a large font might imply? It typically implies it's a good product, right? That's Lambo's world.
You know what's interesting is Walmart actually, I think it was Walmart, they did a study where they actually changed their pricing from 99, $4.99 to actually $4.97. Their sales went through the roof just by making it a 9 to a 7.
Interesting. That's
it's just these little small things that can always just make the difference, right? Crazy.
Is there more? You mentioned someone did a study on this. Who's the person that can learn more about?
Yeah, Nick Kalenda, Kolenda. He's got books. He's got a YouTube channel. He's got lots of marketing, lots of information. Always great insights in the conversion optimization world.
Love it. Great stuff. Great stuff right there. All right. So let's get into our roast. We have one roast, two roasts?
Yeah.
We got one roast here. Does someone want to pull it up?
Sure, I got something for us. Do. Taj Auto Group. So this is a used car dealer. Jordan, I could take a look at the website. First thing that would come through my mind is, man, reviews, right? Like, are people, using brands, using specific items in those reviews? There's a lot of good things going on here on the site itself, right? I don't always, care for this from a conversion point of view of the video, right? Because almost always people are more inclined that they're looking for a specific vehicle when it comes to a used car, right? They want a 2023 Toyota Camry, and that's what they search. And therefore you want to make sure that, like, on the inventory side, you've got to be fully optimized. And we can just, you're like, okay, what would that mean? As I've taught everyone, you got to have an awesome title, right? So here they do have the year, the specific item on it's the Quattro. They do not using any H1 at all. They do list the price right away. There's probably other unique items about the Audi that could be highlighted. So that's some of the weakness, right? Remember, this is how people are going to search. And then, of course, they're going to do a near me, or they're going to do within that city in that area. Jordan, did you stumble on anything?
Yeah, so we actually, I came across,
or I could switch it over to you.
Yeah, so I actually came across a really good, a good one that you could actually model from. This was actually an old client who was also in part of our my course that I had about 5 years ago. If you actually type in used cars Indianapolis, and it should be the first result, Indy Automan used cars. This would be a really good business to model from
This one here,
into your brand. Yeah.
Oh, quick thing, guys. This just reminds me, CarMax is absolutely the king of the used car market. Yep. So if you ever want to model someone and their marketing techniques and such, learn from CarMax for sure.
But these guys are really, really solid. They were struggling a lot within their maps, and a lot of things that we teach now, it's stuff that I also kind of taught and revamped from even 5 years ago.
Look at how it's so super overloaded on the categories, right?
Yes.
Like they're doing the awesomeness. Little Lambo can't get his marker to work, but
they have they're dominant, and look how far they're pretty far away from like the center too. But they're a very, very strong brand. So that would be one that I would really model from. And I believe it was about 3 episodes ago, we talked about you can actually, for car dealerships, you can actually upload your entire car catalog into your business profile. I would highly recommend doing that because if people are finding, they can check out different cars directly on your business profile without even having to go to your website.
Yeah.
So I would
definitely recommend doing
that. I think they do that. I think if you look at their profile, I saw some cars at the bottom of the profile, so I'm curious if it's actually part of the inventory, if it's actually coming from their site. Let's see here. I'll take a look.
So it looks like they actually are doing it already. So that's good.
Yeah.
Like keep doing that.
The other thing I was thinking about too, which is even on a GMB post, you could highlight maybe like the special of the month or the special of the week. Yeah. And that's definitely something that, when people come onto a site, they're definitely going to be interested in, like, is there a hot product, to this week, something that's more dramatically on sale, something special. because certainly people are focused on price initially. But yeah, this is well done. Look how they break down. You can buy, you can sell, finance, extremely important, and the amount of different pages here, and of course, go right to the search inventory. So that's key.
It looks
Remember,
like,
your website supports your Google business. Your Google business
Yeah.
helps validate your website. So having all this information, like you see in the Auto Man, is going to really trickle into your business profile.
it looks like they can fill out their profile a lot more. They don't use any cute questions and answers.
Yeah,
They just
they're
want.
kind of doing the bare minimum, except for the products like listing the cards. They're kind of doing the bare minimum.
They got decent reviews too.
Yeah.
50.
This is great too, how the Indie Man, they'll show you what's hot, what's new, right? Because you might be very familiar with this brand and you want to buy a car here, and so you're just waiting patiently for, you're like, oh, that's exactly the car I wanted. I always wanted to get a Porsche Macan, and boom, there you go. The 2017 is coming soon. And very e-commerce based too. If you look here, how they've got a price, they give you an estimated payment, because that's how people think, right? They don't always focus on this, they focus on that number, $327 a month. Oh, look, and they got the 7 at the end, maybe magically using the small number, right?
I wonder if that's like a CMS that all car dealerships can use, because it looks like
They are using like a
Auto
third party.
Auto Manager is one that I was familiar with. Looks like this is maybe part of the Overfuel brand.
They have I think it's called Overfuel or something like that, or
Yeah.
Auto Stop. It's basically they have a platform where they can feed directly into.
This was in the Auto Ad Manager as part of the Taj Auto Group. But you really notice the night and day difference of the brands and the layouts, right? This homepage for Taj, you don't really feel that good about
Kinda all over
moving
the
forward
place.
with this brand compared to the Indie Auto Man, right?
yeah. It looks like they're trying to use some keywords within their header, or some of their subheaders there. They got searching for a used car. Well, scroll down. If you scroll down, don't
sorry.
read the headers.
I always like to go to this free tool here first, which is the SEO Meta in one click, right? Because this technically will show you what really they're heavily promoting, right? Inventory, finance, contact us. They're clearly missing used car dealer Vallejo, right?
Oh, they got it right there on there. Well, there. Is that an H2, or is that even just a bold?
This is H1, I believe, and that was also H1.
How about the paragraph? Are those any header tags right there? Searching for used car Vallejo.
No, I think this is, could be an H3. So that's an H3, this bigger one, the best used, this one's an H2. So that's just, we typically don't do that, right? You'd say, if you're gonna say used car, Vallejo, you're gonna want that to be the H1 and move it higher up on the screen. I'd also would like to see too here, any links. Is there any keyword that they're using on the home page as a link? And let me just scroll up. We got pictures, graphics. Right here, obviously, is their prime text. You'd like to see, like right there, used car dealership. I would link that right over to the main inventory page. Because that's what they want, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking for a used car. They click it, bam, here you go. Here's all the used cars in one place. Jordan, did you want to drive or take a look at something on this, or a test
No, I
drive?
think the biggest thing is just, you definitely still need to get a lot of the branding taken care of. It kind of all comes down to, where people are talking about you. Definitely you need to get more reviews is going to be a big thing. But
Yeah.
a lot of this is going to be website driven. Just the design, more content, kind of more layout. Again, using that Indie Auto, man, that's a great, site to model
no doubt
from.
about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, check out that first review. That's the one where they're the one that was asking, like, why, what do they do when they?
Whoops. Yeah. This is a great thing too for small business owners to really pay attention to. What are the most common words people are talking
Yeah.
about? And I would expect
Oh.
to see the word Toyota or
Honda.
Honda or Ford, right? I don't see that. So really encourage, when someone buys, encourage them to use that word and that model. When they take a photo, they upload it. Like, everyone's just excited when you get a car, right? Post it on the social media, get the social proof out there, and let people really know who you are, what you're all about.
That's the biggest thing. It comes down to full fundamentals. That's things that we talked about, brand gossip and getting the branding done. There are some things that you can do to drive more to this by you can do some traffic ads, things like that, stuff that we teach.
If they go to reviews, is there reviews? Does it pull in their Google reviews?
Calls in from those are just self reviews.
Oh yeah, that one says Yelp.
It?
Well, they need to fix that one, I think.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, did you see the look on my face? I was like, whoa. Rambo's a little disappointed there, right? Another big factor too. I've worked with used car dealers just like Jordan has, right? People want to sell their current vehicle. And what would you like to see? I would definitely do some sort of a headline or something that would say, and really a strong call to action, how much is your vehicle worth? Because what do? You type in maybe a VIN, you text over a picture of your VIN, your basic information, and what do you get from that consumer? Cell phone, their name, maybe an email address. And they obviously want to sell. They must be interested in buying. So that's another great way to give people what they want on the site, for sure. That was a great example, Jordan, for sure.
Nice. That's an interesting call out. Also, like having like some businesses put out some calculators or tools just for people to come by. I think that's a great marketing for their company by just putting out these free tools for them to check out. Even
it's always marketing first, right? I mean, it dawned on me earlier at the beginning where the opening portion of GBP roast is the 20 years of experience, right? And you're like, holy crap, we really do have 20 years, not combined, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, we have been helping small businesses and working in marketing for 20 years. Like, things that just come natural to us, it's just make those fixes, make the small adjustments, you can see huge benefits for sure.
Yeah. If anyone has any questions, I posted it in the live chat. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and ask them. We'll give you like maybe a minute or so. But I'm curious to see, maybe even next week, check out this Taj Auto Group, and we'll see where
Yeah.
I'm really curious, like, if people are should be submitting their websites or the GBP, so it's just so we can just talk about it, get some engagement on it, and hopefully give you some tips that you can apply right away and get yourself ranking.
Just think about this. If you're the salesman, right, and you want to take a selfie with your car, that's hard to do. Like, you want you and the whole car, right, just take the phone from the consumer and say, we need to text this to your ex-boyfriend right now. Let me step back. Let me get this awesome picture of you and your new Porsche Macan. Just because they will be like, oh my gosh, thanks so much. That's what I want, right? About conversions, you want to get the CRO boost. It's that perception of your future happy self, right? My gosh, I would say buying a new car is probably one of the top 5 happy things in your life, right? Oh, one of these guys just got a car just recently. Tell me about your happy day.
Yeah, got me.
and you're a used car, like, don't sound like every other used car.
Yeah.
How does a regular car salesman sound like?
A regular car salesman,
Yeah.
unique. Don't sound like a used car salesman.
I mean, I'm trying to think because I just bought a used car. I don't think they sounded like a used car salesman. They weren't even trying to. They're just letting me look. I mean, obviously, when you go to look at the car, you're looking for what you want.
Hassle you, like get you cornered.
Oh no, they let me go 3 times. Like I went back to like 3 times. So I guess they already knew that I was already looking at that car. So because I was looking at other lots too for certain cars, but I was like, this lot had that same one, and I came back with my mechanic and all that good stuff. But they weren't pressuring me. But so I guess the guy was pretty good, which is why I was like that site that we just actually GBP that we just roasted is that used car lot where I actually bought the spot. So I'm just trying to help them out and see what we can do. Yeah.
Definitely another good one too. Look at diamondautoalameda.com. If you just look up used cars in Oakland, they're number 2. They're pretty solid design. So even doing a simple design and making it that's more friendly for a user can go a long ways.
And typically what has to happen, because Auto Manager and a lot of these dealer templates are kind of standardized, you can just, I don't want to say go to Fiverr, but you can find someone who's a dev who can actually go in and hack and sort of build you a good template and build you one good product page for the car, and then you can just duplicate that everywhere else.
Oh, that's a great tip right there.
It can be done.
Love that tip. I just build one template for one, then you can just like write it for all of them. Yep. Love it. All right, I didn't see any questions come in, and then we are at time. So till next time, we'll see you guys next week. All right, peace out, guys.
Peace out.
Hey, GBP roast, GBP roast. Sorry, you in danger. Right now, I gotta flame you. This is GBP roast, GBP roast. On your Google business profile, it's about to go down. We roasting and reacting. We ain't come to play. 20 years in SEO. JP, Lambo, and Dre, bringing facts and guests. Oh yeah, we bring the dopeness. Welcome to the show. Hope your profile don't get roasted.
Your torch. You don't have your torch anymore?
Exactly what I was wearing.
All right, let me go.
Or something.
All right. Nice.